Hi everyone, I'm Darcy, just in case some of you I don't think were able to open up the video, so just wanted to say that off firsthand. But this week we discussed fallacies, and I decided to go with the bandwagon appeal, and that's kind of described as something to be beneficial or something to be good based on the fact that everybody agrees that that's true or that's the right way of going about life. And I am arguing against that because to me it matters in the sense that there's no reason for people to actually be involved in that type of activity or that type of action. It's just because they think that that's what they're supposed to be following along with, or that's what they're supposed to be agreeing with. And I feel as though there's no validity there. Just because something is popular doesn't mean that it's valid. It's not a valid choice. Therefore, I think that it can be easily persuade the other way and not followed through on. So with that being said, the 3 points that I'm going to include is with the example that was provided online with all the cool kids doing it. And then pertaining to my life, at the age that I'm at and just being newly married, there's two fallacies that I feel as there's kind of that pressure, which is being like the Joneses, you know, having that 2,000 square foot house, and then also the pressures of having children because everybody else is having children. So those are the 3 points that I'm going to actually discuss. And with the first one, I think we all kind of went through that in high school with being like the cool kids. In hindsight, I actually wish I was not thinking that those were the cool kids because usually they were making the poor choices. And like I said, in hindsight, if I could go back, I would actually prefer to hang out with the kids who cared about their grades, their GPA, and wanted to go to a prestigious college because, well, I probably would not be doing speech right now at 31 years old. I probably would have done all this a long time ago. But anyway, that's neither here nor there, but I just wanted to say that cool kids does not mean, you know, the ones that are partying and doing all the fun things, that they're not technically cool, per se. So I think you can argue against that. The second one is being like the Joneses, and I feel at my age, you know, we're supposed to have this 2,000 square foot house, and you're supposed to have, you know, the picket fence and the Escalades and all of this, and I feel, this is my own opinion, and I know everybody has their own troubles and things like that, but I feel when you have that pressure of being that way, that's what has led to a lot of people that I know who have already at, you know, 30 years old have filed bankruptcy because they're living outside of their means, and because they feel like they need to be like everybody else, their friends. And unfortunately, we all can't, you know, have those expensive cars and houses when you don't make enough money for them. So the last one, last point that I wanted to make is the fallacy of the bandwagon of, you know, you're married now you need to have kids. Everybody asks you, when are you going to have kids? And everybody else is having kids, so you need to have kids. And I feel like, you know, there's a lot of individuals out there that have children who are not ready, and they just do it because they feel like, A, they just need to because that's the next step in their life, or B, like I said, everybody else is doing it, all their friends are having kids, and they feel like they need to be just like them, otherwise they're losing that relationship with their friends because their friends are now hanging out with other families who have children, and you're kind of left in the dust. So I feel like those are the main bandwagon areas that I kind of wanted to talk about for my speech. So, in conclusion, I think the day-to-day pressures and that idea of the bandwagon effect does take a play for whether you're middle school, high school, adults, even older. I mean, it doesn't matter. So I think you need to focus on being an individual and doing what's best for you and not always what you feel everybody else wants you to do or what you feel people are pressuring you to do. So with that being said, I think it's just important to focus on the individual and what's best for you. So I hope everybody it's almost third week, so good luck to everybody and take care.